with a black cloth. And I have to do that because this technology is so good and so fast, and by the way, it's also so secure, that as soon as I take it off, it's going to recognize my face and sign me in. Okay? Now, I want you to think about the last time you've seen an end user get delighted by a security feature. Now watch, here I go. I'm going to take the cloth off. 1, 2, 3. Done. That's it. Now that is natural interaction on a PC delivering better security. I didn't have a password I had to write down somewhere. It's not a password you have to store in your network that could get stolen. And it's going to help with the problem of data leakage, and it's going to delight end users. Now the last thing I want to show is on that topic of data leakage. And Brad Anderson's going to come up and talk about this a little bit more from your perspective and the ways that you can manage it. But I want you to get an end user perspective on it. We're building features into Windows 10 to enable enterprise data to be safe. And you might say, well, we've got BitLocker already. How are you improving this? Well, with BitLocker, the end user faces an all or nothing decision for the entire drive to be encrypted, and it doesn't provide for very much flexibility in the way files move around. We're solving those problems. And furthermore, we're going to give you policy to control how your enterprise data moves between applications. So I'm going to give you a few scenarios. First, imagine I'm an employee at Contoso Electronics, and I've been writing this document, our secret Contoso partnership plan. Now, because I'm at work on my work PC, when I save this, you'll notice I'm going to save it into my Documents folder. Right here, by default, there's a lock that's displayed because my default action is to save the document encrypted. We assume this is a work document, and when we save it's encrypted, in this case, it's going to be encrypted. Imagine I'm a Microsoft employee in this case. It's protected by the Microsoft authentication root. So I'll click Save, and now this file is encrypted. Now, you might have noticed in that Save As dialog, and I'm going to come back here to give you a little bit more detailed look, some of the documents here are in green because they are also encrypted, and some of them are in black. This is the system being smart enough to handle users being able to both do work-based documents, but also do personal documents in a way that's very simple and natural to manage. And in this case, I was doing this with the new Word 2016 preview, but this capability can work for all apps as well. Now, there's a whole bunch of scenarios that you expect to work in ways that are natural and will enhance security. So as a first example, let's say I have a bunch of old documents. Did an upgrade. Well, do I want these encrypted? I'm going to decide that yes, I do. I can simply right-click and encrypt those to Microsoft.com, and voila, now they're encrypted. And now you want to think about the way people will move these around. First, I might email them to someone else. And if I email one of these documents to someone else at my company who's under the same encryption authority, they'll be able to open and read the document. Secondly, I might use things like USB drives. In Windows 7, it wasn't possible to do this. But now in Windows 8, if I want to take my Contoso Electronics sales proposal, put it on a USB drive, and hand it to another employee, that employee will be able to open it if they're authorized to do so, but that USB key is useless. Think about the worst cases of data leakage being accidental lost things or documents handed over by accident. This kind of thing is going to make the right thing happen by default, so accidents are far less likely to happen. And then the last thing I want to show, I'm going to go to a SharePoint site. Imagine you're using SharePoint. Users want to download a document, so we'll go here to this Fabricam end-of-year analysis document. I'm going to download a copy, save it into my Documents directory, and when I do, you'll notice there's that lock screen. Right down there at the bottom, this document comes down and is encrypted. So what we're doing is we're making the right things happen by default. And we're giving you all the tools to set up the policies that are the right ones for individual employees within your organizations so that natural things will happen within apps that they understand. And one thing that's important, although broadly we're going to offer this kind of capability in Microsoft apps across platforms, within Windows 10, the platform itself understands this. So you can take unmodified applications, define the policy for those, and roll them out to your end users in a way that's natural and makes the right defaults happen. Okay.